Hi everyone, so this is an eye review for Melissa. First, Melissa, I would like to apologize for not doing the video sooner. I know you sent it a while ago and I think it just kind of got lost in the Instagram because I didn't see it earlier. And this is another note for everybody that usually my videos are about a week and a half to 2 weeks from probably I guess 2 weeks, maybe even 2.5 because I have like videos already scheduled. So, but if I never replied to you on Instagram, because I have if I didn't reply, chances are I didn't see it. So just message me again and or message me on YouTube as well and just let me know because honestly I get so many eye pictures and then I also get people who are asking me about their eyes but don't want me to do a video necessarily. So it just gets confusing and it all gets piled up. I cleared out my Instagram now, so I only have the ones that I haven't done rather than like a mishmash of the videos I did and I didn't, and it just okay. But this is kind of like a side note, just so you guys know. If you haven't sent me your eye picture, or if you have sent me your eye pictures and I haven't reviewed them yet, just double check on them. Just message me and feel free to ask. Okay, so let's get to the eye. So these are true brown eyes. And the way we can see it is that there's no blue in it. We do see, well, to me, honestly, to me, they look true brown. I do see um, some patches of yellow, which to me seems like a lymphatic buildup just because the eye is very, very uniform brown all the way around. Usually the outside will look a little bit green too, but here I don't really see it, and I don't know if it's just the picture. I can see some lighter parts, but I think um, it's just the acute stage of the buildup because it's hard when you're looking underneath. People usually people who have really dark around the pupil, which is the GI tract, have it going a little lighter as they get out towards the middle of the iris, like the colors. So it will be darkest brown usually is around the pupil, and then as it goes out towards like the rest of the iris, right? It's going to get a little bit lighter, and the reason for that is around the GI is your right where the food goes, basically, right? So your food goes into the GI tract, and that's right around the pupil, so that just gets gunked up the most, and it shows in the eye as gunked up the most. But your body is still filtering and all of these things, so it doesn't always get to all of your organs, and the organs are located further out on the diagram for iridology, so you won't see them as as gunked up, as the GI area. So, so here I think that's what we're seeing. We're also seeing nerve rings, which means that I mean, you've been acidic for a long time, and that's just what's causing it. Now, I know that you have been doing really well on your diet lately. So, basically, all I would say is, just keep going. So she's celebrating 6 months of being vegan, and congratulations on that. I think you're doing wonderful, and you just really need to keep going, And send me an update in about 6 months, and we'll see how much your eyes are getting lighter. Maybe it is all buildup, but to me, it seems like a true brown eye, to be honest. Um, Also, I just wanted to address a few things. So, what you say, like that sometimes you eat raw, sometimes you eat, sometimes you have days where you eat cooked. To be honest with you, that's pretty much everybody. There's just a rare few people who eat 100% raw 100% of the time. I mean, for any person, it takes like an iron will to be in certain situations, stressful situations, just circumstances of where you're located and you're hungry, and I mean, things happen. So as long as whenever you can eat raw, you choose to, you'll be fine. And just try to kind of make every day more raw than the previous day, if at all possible. But if the circumstances don't allow it, then just don't pick the best food out of what you have to work with, basically. I do suggest though about the food that it really all like the diet really starts at the supermarket. So what you bring home is what you're committing to eating. So For example, I will give you an example from my personal life that they were out of, because I usually eat like hummus with the dips, and they were out of hummus. So I bought baba ganoush, and I didn't realize that it had like things like mayo and stuff in it. Well, but I like to eat some like dip with the veggies, and they haven't perfected yet the like whatever like raw food dip. So yeah, I ate some of that, and I wouldn't have eaten it if I wouldn't have bought it. So I mean, it's just stock your fridge with only good foods and also fast foods that you can go to in case of an emergency, and that really saves time. And just make sure that you always have food on hand, fruits on hand. I also suggest doing juicing ahead of time. I know that it kind of cuts down on the vitamins a little bit because like the vitamins die off as after the fruit is juiced, but at the same time it's so beneficial for when you don't want to take out the juicer, wash juice, then wash everything, all of this stuff. You can just have the juice, whatever, and you know be full, be at least somewhat satisfied, right, for the next little while. And the energy from the juice will give you a push to maybe juice some more or whatever you want, right? So I do suggest always having that. Actually, when I juice, I usually juice watermelons. I do that a lot. Then for um, like my family members, I do whatever they like. They like lemonade, like apple juice, all that stuff. So I would say try to juice like 2 or 3 watermelons at once, and just stock them in the fridge and then drink them the next day. Next day, day after, whatever. 2 days, watermelon, it's fine. Trust me. As long as they're in the fridge, nothing happens to it. It's for some reason it's very good, the watermelon. Some other juices are not so good, like the apple juice tastes funky the next day. But the watermelon really holds up. Also, what you were saying about juicing the greens, to be honest with you, and I mean, this is different based on who you ask, but you're asking my opinion, so I'm going to give you my opinion. Um, Juicing greens is not really what we were meant to eat, okay? We are the most like primates, okay? So ideally, we should be eating a primate like diet, which is sweets, like sweet fruits, you know, well, basically what the monkeys eat, you know? Um, Monkeys don't necessarily eat a lot of greens. Okay, the juicing part. The only reason we are juicing is we're juicing because it's faster and you get more nutrients that way. You wouldn't be able to eat the amount of fresh fruits and veggies to get the vitamins you need if you're low in the vitamins, right? But if you're juicing vitamins that do have high vitamin K, because that's what she was saying, that she has a problem with too much vitamin K, um, that you're not really meant to eat that much greens in the first place, because we're not um, like herbivores in that sense, where our stomach, we don't have like 4 stomachs like a cow, or we're not really meant to eat like like horses, like those type of animals, right? We're meant to eat a primate like diet. So, and primates, like, they're not gonna eat as many greens as you would juice, so they wouldn't get naturally as many vitamins, and overload on the vitamins. So it's not really a natural diet, and that's probably why you're having trouble. But if you give a monkey 3 watermelons, the monkey will probably eat it, you know? So, I mean, I'm not sure, I'm not an expert, right? But I would think that they would eat it because it's sweet and tastes good, right? But the greens are bitter, so they're kind of, if you eat a little bit of it, it's fine. Like, I know, like in nature, like even like dogs and cats, like they'll sometimes chew on the grass, right? But um, they're not gonna eat that much of a volume. So I would say that if it's just too much. I don't really think. I mean, people do juice greens, but if it's not compatible with where you are right now, like if it's not working for you, then don't juice the greens. Juice watermelons. Pretty much it's only like the green stuff that has lots of vitamin K. Um, but you can go around it and juice other things as well. I always mention the watermelon because it's so economical. They were doing, well, one of the popular channels on YouTube were doing a comparison of how much like a bottled water costs versus how much the watermelon when juiced costs, and the cost was pretty much the same. And they're like, well, the water is purified, but in a plastic bottle, and in the watermelon, you get the vitamins and you get the water that's been purified by the fruit. So it's actually, a very, very good thing. So I would suggest doing that. I mean, there's other things you can juice as well. But, just staying away from the greens. And do greens every once in a while, or do greens with another fruit. Also, you can do things like cucumbers that they don't have that much vitamin K. You can do like beets. So it's not like you don't have to stay away from the veggies in general. Just certain types of veggies, you'll be fine. It's not really going to make a difference as long as you keep putting in raw, and you seem to be doing really well, which is awesome. So again, sorry for the delay. If you have any additional questions, please let me know and I will answer them, and I promise this time I won't take forever. Thank you for watching. If you guys would like to send me your eye pictures, you can do so. I'll link all that down below. And I also have a book for sale, How to Go from a Regular Diet to a Raw Food Diet, and I'll link all of those connections as well, because you can get it through Kindle, you can get it through iTunes, and you can get it through my website. So I'll link all of that, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.